Hi you guys, I'm back with another junk journal for you. This particular junk journal is a travel journal, so it's a little different from the normal journal that, has lots and lots of paper for journaling, that kind of thing. So I'd say this one is a low budget kind of a journal if you don't have much money. And I was really pressed with this one because I made it when I was kind of low on money as well, but I wanted to make something. And so this one I just found. I had it for a while and I totally forgot about it, and I thought, oh, I should put that in my Etsy. I think I made this probably a year or two ago, something like that, and I made it during a time where I just didn't really have much extra money at all. So, okay. So let me just explain. I started out with these 5 vintage index dividers, and they were green color. I inked them up with some brown just to give them a little bit more of an age, and just went to town with stamping. That's it. And pretty much everything in here is just stamp and ink. It's very, very low budget, but it turned out great. So here we go. The front, I just use a scrap piece of pattern paper for my base. Layering, inked it up around the edges, as you can see. This here is a stamp that I tore out after I stamped it. Then I inked it up with just a couple different colors, or a few. I think that's peeled paint, red barn door, something like that, and then some vintage photo, and they're all Tim Holtz Distress inks. Outlined it with a fine black pen and pasted it on. This one here is just an Eiffel Tower stamp. I stamped it, and then inked up the paper, put a little bit of black embossing powder here and there, as you can see, and then pasted it on and gave it a little black outline. And then this one here, fleur-de-lis, same concept as that with the inking and then the embossing powder. All right. I've stamped this little sentiment here. It just says, remember this. And there you go. All right, and then we've got the inside, very basic. You can do whatever you want here. You can put a pocket, you can paste pictures, tickets, stubs, all kinds of things like that. But it's just been inked, and then it's been stamped with this lovely wording. Okay, this is just an envelope. This was a plain envelope, and this envelope, I think I coffee stained it, I'm not certain. But it's been inked up, as you can see, and then I've just got this repetitive stamping all over it. That's it. Okay, and then on the inside, I've just got, these were scraps of paper that I literally stamped. This is a stamp that I've got. It's a Fiskars stamp, I believe. And I just stamped it, cut them out, and then inked them up. So I've got 2 of those in there. And then this one is a stamp. This was already coffee stained paper scrap, and then I just cut it out into the shape of a tag. It's not perfect, as you can see, but I like that. And then we've just got some stamped collage in the background, and then we've got some little fussy cuts. This is a stamp that I cut out. This is also a stamp that I cut out, and these were literally from scraps of paper that I cut out. And then that's a stamp back there. Okay, so that's kind of a, I don't know, collage tag. Okay, and then here I've just got another scrap piece of paper. I used one of these index folders as kind of a, I don't know, a pattern, if you will, just to give this piece of paper the little lip that sticks out there. Okay, so this was already coffee stained paper. I went ahead and stamped it here, and then stamped the sentiment here that says special moments. Okay, and then here is the other side of that little bit, and I've got a sweet little butterfly up here, and then down here it just says live, laugh, and love. Okay, and then on this side I've got a ticket here. You can journal. Suppose I could have cut some of those out to make little tags, but anyway, down there, there's a fleur-de-lis. You can journal, you can paste on here, you can draw, you can do whatever. Okay, on this side, let me show you far back first. Okay, on this side, I've just got a lovely frame stamp that I stamped on there. And then up here, I don't know if you can see that, it says Imagine, Dream, and Cherish. Okay, and then on this side, you can see I've just got the repetitive stamping, and it's a butterfly. Butterflies travel, so I thought there's my way I could sneak some more butterflies in. And it's inked up, as you can see. Here's the other side. I've just got it inked. This was one stamp postcard, but what I did was I just put one color distress ink on that side and another on that side, where the different words basically are a different color, just to give a little interest. So there's that. Again, you can do whatever you want on this side. Over here, this is another repetitive stamping. It's a rose stamp all over the envelope. And the envelope has also been inked around the edges to age it. Okay, and then inside, we've got two more of those stamps that I cut out in ink. And then this is another scrap of pre-coffee stain paper that I had. And these are all different stamps that I just used to make this lovely stamp collage on here. And of course you can journal on the back. Okay, and here's the next page. We've got this piece here. Again, I used these index cards as a pattern to cut out the bumps, or whatever you call those. And then here's another fleur-de-lis. It's a solid fleur-de-lis stamp. I think the other one that I showed you was like a, where is it? Yeah, kind of a hollow one. But here, this one's solid. Okay, and then I stamped this word up here that says, let me move my camera up. It says observations. I like that. I tried to make this look kind of, I don't know. I don't know. And then here's the other side. This was kind of like a watermark butterfly kind of a stamp. And I don't know. I kind of went around it because I didn't think it showed up very well until I did that. It really didn't. Because, you can see this is heavy coffee staining on this. So, okay, and then there's another sentiment on that side. It says notes. Real sweet. Okay, and then there's the other side. I've got a little bit of ghost stamping down here. And it's just a sweet little frame. And then up here you can see it says bliss, joy, wish. And I love the patterns that the coffee made on this paper. You can see this is one of my most favorite stamps. I love it. It's another frame, and it's kind of a ghost stamping kind of a thing. I didn't mean for them to come out this way, but I used the archival ink by Anderock, I think it is, and that ink is kind of sticky with your stamps, especially if you've got cling stamps. So it doesn't always give the most solid impression, but I love that. I really like that. So there's that, and then down here it just says smile, today is your day. A little whatever all that little tiny writing is over there. But this is a stamp from that same line that it's from Fiskars, and it's from the same line that this particular stamp comes from. And they still sell it at like Michael's and Joann's, so you can find it. Okay, and then here's some more of the repetitive stamping there. And then here's some repetitive stamping music. Usually when you travel, there's always different kinds of music that you're going to hear. So that's in there. And then here's another post stamp repetitive. This is a smaller one though. I really like it. And once again, I've inked up the envelope as well to age it. And I'm sure you may have seen this in another journal. This is a really fun one that I like to do. I like to stamp that face in there and then just put butterflies around it. So this one's just made from parchment paper that has been coffee stained and cut into the shape of a tag. And then 2 more of those again for journaling. And you guys, of course, those of you who are so creative, you can always do some fun doodad on top. You could add lace or flowers or whatever, but this is just the bones, the basics, you know. Okay, and then over here, I've got this beautiful, beautiful stamp down here. And then this is another stamp from that same collection of Fiskars stamps. Let me take my camera closer, okay? You see? Really cute. You can just journal little words or sentiments there. Okay. And then on this side, I've got another sweet butterfly up there. I'm gonna take it closer so you can see that it's a butterfly kind of stamp that's got like wording in it. Is that in focus? There we go. See? It's just cute. And then there's another stamp from that same Fiskars stamp line. Make every day extraordinary. I like that. Okay. And then I've got some repetitive stamping of the Eiffel Tower here. And then some repetitive airmail, via airmail stamping. And then here's another envelope. And it's carte postale, I guess that's how you say it in French. And repetitive stamping again, and inking. This is a really pretty gray color that I used. And I don't remember what it's called, but all of the inks that I used in here, except for like the ghost stamping and stuff, was just like Tim Holtz Distressing inks. So they have a real soft kind of a look to, I really liked that. So anyway, this is a gray color of his, and I don't even remember what it's called, but isn't that neat? Okay. All right, and then in here, of course, I've only got one in this one. And then these are just scraps that are not stamped on. You could do whatever you want on those. You could draw on them, stamp on them, and journal. You know, it's up to you. Okay, and those are just cut out with my scissors from scraps of paper. Oh, sorry, that's my cat. My cat. Her name is Lovely, and she's a sweetie. She is. Okay, and then here we've got a sweet crown here at the bottom. And then this is another stamp from that collection of Fiskars stamps. It says, "Time to celebrate. Cheers to you." And it's got the fleur-de-lis here. All right. And then the other side, it's another stamp from that collection. And then another butterfly stamp here. Let's see. There you go. All right. And then up here, it says, "Everything. Everything is better with you." Isn't that sweet? Okay, and then some more repetitive stamping here. Just kind of, it's a postmark stamp, and just kind of stamped it around. Okay, and then here's the back. Pretty simple. And then, I don't know if I should have covered up the back or not, but these are like globes. I just stamped all these globes all over the back. But I had to tie the back in with the front, right? And I left it blank. You might want to do whatever with it. So, okay. So no lace, no ribbons, only scraps, stamps, inks. That's it. Very low budget, but very cute, and can be done up. Can really, really be made beautiful. Okay? Let's see, the measurements. I am just not one of these measuring people. But I suppose you need to know, don't you? Okay, with the tabs, I'd say about 4 3/4 inches by let's see, by about 6 1/4. Okay, so there you go. Thank you so much, you guys, for watching, and this will be available in my Etsy. I will put the link below in the description box, and hopefully I've given you some ideas if you're out there and you don't have much money but you'd like to make something cool. Nonetheless, thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.